Welcome back to Boomer Sooner 1982. My name's Harry James. The preview show, this time for Oklahoma men's basketball. The Sooners will head to Austin to try to beat Texas this week before heading home for a little bit of an easier conference opponent in Kansas State. As far as the record is concerned, but don't get all hyped up. You know, this is a team that went to the tournament last year. They won a couple of Big 12 championship. They won a Big 12 championship, at least tied for a Big 12 championship with Kansas. So this is not a bad team. They just have some kinks to work out, and they're still kinking at it. But once they get playing well, I can almost guarantee you Bruce Weber will have this team playing at a very good level. So you play one of the better teams and then one of the more okay teams, at least right now, in Kansas State. Start with one of the better teams as the Sooners head down to Texas. Big Bet Texas, home of Rick Barnes. Preview coming up next. A preview, guys, of the first of two games this week for the OU men's side, Lon Kruger's half of Oklahoma. And it starts on the road. So we'll start with the Sooners that went 23-10 last year, finishing 12-6 in the Big 12 play before losing in the second round of the NCAA's 80-75 to North Dakota State. Their head coach is Lon Kruger. He has been at Texas. He's also been at Texas Pan American. He's been at Florida, Illinois, UNLV, and is now at Oklahoma. And he is a 1974 grad from Kansas State. The Sooners, his current team, have two leading returning scorers, of course, as I always do. And one of them is Buddy Hield. And number 24. The other is number 1, Isaiah Cousins. Starting with 24, Buddy Hield. Buddy, last year averaged 16.5 points per ball game last year for the Sooners, while averaging 4.4 assists per ball game and 1.9 assists per ball game last year for the Oklahoma Sooners. Isaiah Cousins on the other side, number 11, he averaged 11 points per ball game, 4.2 rebounds per ball game, and 2.1 assists per ball game last year for Oklahoma. On the other bench, well, you can guess who it's going to be with my little creative little hat here that Switzer thought of, and that will be Texas, who finished looks like they finished 24-11 last year. They finished 11-7 in Big 12 play. They lost in the third round of the NCAA's to Michigan, 79-65. They are head coached by Rick Barnes. The Ricker is from Leah Ryan, class of 1977. And Rick has also been at George Mason, Providence, Clemson, and of course now with the Shorthorns of Texas. Leading returning scorers for the Longhorns, Jonathan Holmes, number 10, and a guy that I think is just going to start. He's going to start into that conference slide now. He's coming off of an injury in the non-conference, and one of their more difficult non-conference team games. Now Jonathan Holmes starting to Isaiah Taylor is going to start feeling it. Remember, Isaiah is coming off of the injury to his wrist. First, though, Jordan Holmes, number 10. He averaged 12.78 points per ballgame last year for the Longhorns. We're averaging 7.16 rebounds per ballgame and 0.94 assists per ballgame last year for the Longhorns. The Horns also, of course, have that man I was talking about with the wrist, now back from the injury. Number 1, Isaiah Taylor. Their Isaiah averaged 12.69 points per ballgame last year, while averaging 3.29 rebounds per ballgame and 4.03 assists per ballgame last year for the Horns. After a new rivalry with OU Texas, Oklahoma will head home and face the Manhattan Miracles of Kansas State. Last year, the Manhattan Miracles went 20-13, finishing at 10-8 in Big 12 play, and lost to Kentucky 56-49 in the Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament. They're head coached by Bruce Weber. The Webbs is a 1978 grad of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and has also been at Southern Illinois. He took over for Lon Kruger at Illinois and Kansas State, currently at Kansas State. Leading returning scorers for his Wildcats, number 2, Marcus Bolster. And number 42, Thomas Gibson. 42, Marcus Foster. Averaged 15.55 points per ballgame last year, while rebounds per ballgame averaged 3.21, and assists per ballgame with 2.55. Thompson Gibson, he averaged, Thomas Gibson, averaged 11.74 points per ballgame, while averaging 6.52 rebounds per ballgame and 0.58 assists per ballgame last year for the Manhattan Wildcats. And for your hometown Oklahoma Sooners, that you're going to be back home, of course, 23-10 last year, finishing 12-6 in Big 12 play, losing to North Dakota State 80-75 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They're head coached by Lon Kruger, a 1974 graduate from Kansas State. He also has coached at Texas Pan American. He's coached Florida, Illinois, UNLV, and is currently at Oklahoma. Last year, scoring leaders, number 24, Buddy Hield, and number 11, Isaiah Cousins. First of all, 24, Buddy Hield. He averaged 16.5 points per ballgame last year, while averaging 4.4 rebounds per ballgame and 1.9 assists per ballgame last year for Oklahoma. Isaiah Cousins averaged 11 points per... Number 11, Isaiah Cousins, averaged his jersey number 11 points per ballgame last year, while averaging 4.2 rebounds per ballgame and 2.1 assists per ballgame last year for the Sooners. All right, guys, here's my Kansas State one right here. I'm going to be there. My dad's going to be there. I hope y'all will be too. Don't forget, this is a team that is not bad. They lost in the Sweet 16 last year. Their car has ran into a couple of ditches in the road. But this is not a bad team. They will figure this thing out. Marcus Foster will be able to, you would think, will be able to capitalize off of the situations now with a couple of days off. So we need this place to be rocking solid, hard Saturday. Rocking solid, hard. Lon Kruger is going to play his old team in Kansas State, and he would love nothing more than to have them lose at least two conference games a year to Oklahoma. You have got to do your part. I know I will be. You should too. On that note, thanks for watching, everybody. Find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, Or you can tweet me at SoonerFanOK. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see y'all out there for the Kansas Tech game Saturday. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.